Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another special edition of the Rock Fantasy Files. This is called Rank and File. I believe this is episode number 4. And
Mhm.
we are going to talk about Motorhead's discography. And we are going to rank them all 23 albums. This was a lot of homework. I don't know how Christian feels, but Ovi and I are kind of sick of Motorhead at the moment. So,
Yeah,
How can you get sick of
I need more.
Motorhead though? I mean, come on.
I need
I
more
mean,
speed.
not sick of them, but I've heard enough of them for a little while.
I need some speed to if I'm going to listen to more. Oh, not supposed to say that. But yeah, and I also believe this is the longest. This will be the longest ranking of album in the channel's history.
Yes, definitely,
So far,
absolutely.
we'll find another one that can outdo it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll find another
Hawkwind.
one that's got more
Just
records.
take Hawkwind at 33.
Oh my God, yeah, the hell with that. We're not doing Hawkwind. You can if you want. I ain't doing it. So we are going to go around in 2 cycles. We got Christian here from Connecticut. We got Ovi here from Norway. And the three of us listened to a lot of Motorhead the past 2 weeks.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
And we ranked them from number 23 to number 1. And the first cycle, we're going to go from number 23 to number 11. And then the second cycle, we're going to go back around and give our top 10. So I think being that this was Christian's idea to do
Yeah.
Motorhead,
That's
I think I'm
great.
going to start with Christian.
All right, great. I
Let's
get
get
to
your
start.
23 to 11.
Yeah, 23 to 11. Yeah, so this was quite the exercise.
Mhm.
Going through 23 studio albums to decide which one you like the best. Me personally, I didn't really get into Motorhead a little bit till I mean, when I first started listening to metal and stuff, I heard of them, I knew who Lemmy was, I saw the Decline of Western Civilization, and he's interviewed in that, and I'm like, oh, he seems like a cool dude. I saw one of their videos on Beavis and Butthead, I believe it was No Voices in the Sky or
Yes.
the other, yep, or yeah, I was gonna say it was either that one or something else off the same record. And then I remember they were in that movie Airheads. They had the song that was in that Born to Raise Hell, which is off the Bastards album, and then Lemmy had a cameo in that. But for whatever reason, I didn't really delve into the discography until I was a little bit older. But anyway, now they got the boring stuff out of the way. We're gonna start with number 23. And thing about Motorhead, I don't think there's really one album in their discography that's really a clunker, in my opinion. There's some I like better than others. Um, it's tough discography to rank, but one of them's got to be at the bottom, and for me, that one's going to be "The World Is Yours," released in 2010. And another album with Lemmy and Mickey D and Phil Campbell. That stable lineup that lasted from the mid '90s basically till the end. There's a couple songs I like on this one. Born to Lose, I like. Brotherhood of Man, I think is a really good one. And then maybe I Know How to Die. Rest of the songs I think are okay. Like I said, not terrible, but not great. But it's got to be at the
And the
bottom.
artwork is kind of a thing because it was around that period they were sued by the guy that wrote the draw the war pig, so they couldn't really use the war pig on that artwork. So they kind of made something out of
Like yeah,
something
like
that
it's
yeah, and it's just so shallow. Mm.
yeah. And it's funny because it really just looks like their first album cover. They just did the same thing again.
Right.
And there's a track on here called Iron Horse slash Born to Lose, and they have a song on that one called Born to Lose. So anyway, all right. So coming in at number 22, another one that I think has a couple good songs on it. The rest of it isn't, it's okay, but not awesome. And that one's Hammered from 2002. Um, yeah, I think Brave New World's a good song. The track Red Raw is freaking killer, and I like that serial killer song where Lemmy does that like voiceover thing.
Hmm.
And even though it's not like an official on the album, but it's a bonus track, I gotta go with The Game, Triple H's theme song.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I wasn't a big Triple H fan as a wrestler until he had Motorhead do the song. I'm like, all right, now I
You
think
got to
this
move out
guy's
of
gonna,
Connecticut.
yeah, yes, he
If you're
is.
gonna
That's
stay
Yeah,
right.
alive.
yeah, he's just right down the road, man.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Um, then coming in number 21, this one I thought would have ranked a little bit higher, but it's going to be Motorizer from 2008. I think this one's actually really good. It's another one of the Cameron Webb produced albums that he was working with the band from Inferno basically till the end. Um, Run Around Man, I think is just such a killer song. I just love the lyrics in that. Lemmy's always been a great songwriter. I think Rock Out is a great song. Teach You How to Sing the Blues is another good one. Overall, the album, it's a pretty good one, and especially that, late in their career. So that's
Was it around this time Lemmy got because he started to get troubles like in around that time with the diabetes and he had to cut back on a lot of
yeah.
stuff. I think that was the start of 2007 and 2008. So
Yeah,
it
because that one,
shows like a dry, how do I explain it? It's kind of a dry period for the band, so they don't have the same, what do you call it, as James would say, motivation,
Right.
as they usually have.
That's
yeah,
right.
and actually the great thing, that was the first time I saw them live was 2009 was when they were on the touring cycle for that album. So it was pretty cool to see that. And I remember at the show, I remember they did this. It was where was it? It's in New York City. I'm trying to remember which venue.
Probably Nokia Theater. Did you see them with the Misfits?
No, they played with Reverend Horton Heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the Misfits got kicked off at that point because it was Motorhead and the Misfits
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
during
I
nice
that
sweet
know.
bill.
cycle.
That's a
No,
sweet bill.
I don't
Yeah.
remember seeing the Misfits, but I remember it was Reverend Horton Heat, and I remember Motorhead. But yeah, it was a freaking killer show. And I remember they played that song off of Inferno, the Whorehouse Blues ones. But I guess
Nice.
I'll get to that when I get
So
to that
you,
album a little later on.
so you saw them in 2009,
Yeah, 2009.
and James, you saw them in 2008.
I never saw them live, but I met them when Motorizer came out at Virgin Megastore in New York City, and
Oh,
they
cool.
played that night. And I thought it was with the Misfits, but maybe the Misfits got kicked off at that point because I think there was a button of heads between Lemmy and Jerry Only,
Could
and
be.
the
Or
Misfits wound up leaving.
yeah.
And I saw them in 2007, I believe. So it's kind of like a dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of
Cool.
is.
So you have seen Motorhead because you have met him.
Right.
So
Yeah, but
yeah.
I never got to see them live, unfortunately.
I never got to meet them, so
Hmm.
There you go.
I didn't get to meet him either, but I saw him live 2 or 3 times. There was that time, I think there's one other time, and then I saw them on the last tour. But
Nice.
anyway, let's get on to more album rankings. So where are we at now? That was number 21. So number 20 is going to be, well, I guess this one's going to, I'll say my 20 and 19 because we have the debut, Motorhead,
hmm.
self-titled from 1977. And then you have On Parole, which is recorded prior to this, but not released until 1979. I think I'm gonna do On Parole as the number 20, and then I'll do this as number 19. Only because this was actually the first Motorhead CD that I bought.
Hmm.
And I'll be honest, at the time it didn't like I thought it was all right, but it didn't really like make me want to like go out and buy the other ones. Um, it wasn't
Yeah,
until I finally heard the
because
song
the
Ace of
Motorhead
Spade.
fans they don't really. It starts with Overkill. It really starts with
Yeah,
Overkill. So
yeah,
it's kind of a gray area there. So I understand what you're saying.
yeah. And I think this one, like, it sounds more like a transition between Hawkwind and Motorhead than like, but
Hmm.
than just,
Yeah, definitely.
but there's still some good songs. I mean, I do like the title track, Motorhead. Um, White Line Fever, I think, is a killer song. Uh,
Hmm.
The Watcher is good. Keep Us on the Road is pretty good. Um, But the rest of it, it's a good album. It's really good, but it's not as good as some of the other ones. So now we're coming up to number 18. For me, that one's going to be Aftershock from 2013. I thought this one was, I thought it was a step up from the one before it, The World Is Yours. Um, I liked Queen of the Damned is a good rocking song. Lost Woman Blues is, it's a slower song, but, I like it. I dig it. The other kind of slower one on there, Dust and Glass, I think is another really good one.
Or
End of
what the
Time.
artwork and the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork, it's different. It's different. But it's the tank. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The tank on the desert. I don't have the physical copy of it, but yeah. Silence When You Speak to Me. I like that one a lot too. So then that's going to bring me up to 17, which is one that might be higher on some people's lists. Um, that's going to be March or Die from 1992. Um,
How
this is
dare you?
I'm sure that's probably Ovi's number one, I bet. But well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, that one, I mean, I think it's the only Motorhead where they almost sounded like they were trying to go commercial a little bit. You did have the song Ain't No Nice Guy After All with Ozzy and Slash on there, which is, it sounded like it could have been like another Mama I'm Coming Home type of breakthrough hit, but I guess it just didn't work out that way for Lemmy. But there are some really good songs. I like Hellraiser. I like a lot. Um, uh, what's the other one? Jack the Ripper is a great song.
Hmm.
Um, Name in Vain is another one that I really like on there. Um, the rest of it's pretty good.
I have to say that the Ted Nugent cover is so good.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
play that
it's not bad.
opening riff so good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So then number 16, I'm gonna go with Bad Magic from 2015. I think, for the final album and their discography, I think it's a pretty damn good one. And again, I thought that one, the way Aftershock was, I think, kind of a step up from um, World Is Yours. I thought Bad Magic was even like a further step up from there. A lot of really good songs on that one. Victory or Die, Thunder and Lightning is great. Electricity, Evil Eye is another really good one. Um, what's the other one? Choking on your, no, was it Choking on Your Screams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
actually I
I
like
gotta,
the closing track, the Rolling Stones cover. Um, that one's a pretty
Yeah,
good
it's
one.
pretty good.
I
I
gotta
would
check it out. I
say,
think from those is it for those sessions that they did David Bowie with Heroes.
That's right. Yeah, it's the
it
same
did.
session.
I never heard that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Oh, it's so good. You
There's
gotta
a
check it out
album that
afterwards.
came out a couple years after Lemmy died called Undercover, and it's
Okay.
all Motorhead cover tracks, and that was like the new song on the album because it never got released before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that the one they did the cover of Whiplash?
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good cover. I like that one.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but yeah, I did get to see him on this tour. Um, sadly, it was the last time, and when I saw them live, like the band sounded good, but Lemmy did not look good at all.
Yeah.
Like vocally, he didn't sound good. And I remember just like sitting there in the crowd, I wasn't sitting, standing, whatever, but I'm like, in the back of my mind, I think, this might be the last time I get to see these guys. And
Just an
unfortunately, I
interesting
was
thought
right.
here. Just an interesting thought there. Do you think Lemmy knew he had throat cancer at the time?
You never know if he knew.
No,
I
but did you
mean,
feel, did you see it on him as a person? Do you like, was he the same person or his personality? I mean, do you recall anything?
he just looked really frail. I mean, if he didn't know that he had cancer, he must have known that he was not well. I think it
Okay.
was,
Right.
it was pretty odd. Like he just looked like really frail and like he was still up there. He was still like he still went up there and did it, but he just looked like, man, he just doesn't look good.
Looked like he was going through the motions, kind of.
A little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
but it is what it is, I guess.
But imagine though, you have lived your life like on speed and whiskey and coke your whole life, then you give it up, and that's what you get in return.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like, that's going to break anyone's spirit.
that's true.
Yeah. He should have just kept using the speed, man.
Mhm.
Still be here. We'd be ranking like 30 albums at this point, you know?
That's
Right,
right.
right, right. I think so too.
Um, all right. So where'd I leave off there? That was Bad
Bad
Magic.
Magic.
All
Hmm.
right, number 15, Overnight Sensation from 1996. This is a
Oh, yeah.
killer album. Killer album. Civil War opens up, great track. I like I Don't Believe a Word. It's another good one. Eat the Gun, title track. Them Not Me. Killer song. The rest, and the rest of the album is pretty damn good. Pretty solid
Also,
one.
thoughts on Lemmy without beard, his beard.
Without it looked weird. It just didn't look normal. This was that.
Yeah,
And you know what's because my next pick is going to be another one from that era, the one that followed it, and that's going to be Snakebite Love from 1998. That's my number 14. Um, that one, I don't know, there's a strange vibe to that album, and I think it's one of those ones that it kind of gets overlooked, I think, but there's just some really great songs on there. Dogs of War is great. I mean the title track, but then that song Assassin is just like Assassin, it's freaking killer, man. Take the Blame, Nightside. There's just another one that just has some really good songs, but it has a strange vibe to it, but I kind of like it that
Yeah.
way.
And the artwork is so
And
good.
the artwork,
yeah,
most of their albums have just some really killer artwork. Um, and I believe they had the same artist, I think, on most, not all of them. There's Joe Pategno. I think he did all the
Yeah.
albums.
yeah.
At
He
least
did
from
most of it. Yeah,
I mean from Sacrifice and onwards, at least, or maybe Orgasmatron. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I think he did most of them. But I don't know. Someone in the comments can tell us if we're right or wrong below.
Yeah.
Um, so that's going to bring me up to number 13. I'm going to go with Rock and Roll in 1987. I think this is another really, most of their albums are really solid albums. It's just, if we're going to rank and file, they got to be in some order. But yeah, title track's really great. Eat the Rich. It's kind of a fun song. One of Lemmy singing about his bacon torpedo on that one. Uh,
Mm.
you got Trader Dogs, and then the closing track on that one. Just because you got the power, it's such a killer song.
yes,
Such a killer. It's just slow, bluesy,
But
heavy.
it's not on the original album, is it? It's so the
I
B side on Eat the
I
Rich.
think I think you're right, but you know what? It's just such a good song. I got to include it.
Mhm. I see what you're
I know
getting at. I'm just
I know
telling
it's like
you
at the end of the yeah, it's not on.
for the file.
Yeah. Let's see, number 12. I'm gonna go with Kiss of Death from 2006. This was the second one that was produced by Cameron Webb, and I think he really kind of helped rejuvenate Motorhead in this period. I love the opening track, Sucker. One Night Stand is great. Um, Sword of Glory. I like the song Christine. I don't know, just like a fun rock and roll song. And then the ballad one on here, God Was Never on Your Side, I think is just a really great song. Number 11, got to go with 1916 from 1991. This is one some people might rank higher, some people might rank lower. I don't know. For me, it's just kind of right in the middle, but it's a great album. Um, what do we got on this one? Uh, the one I mentioned before, No Voices in the Sky. I'm So Bad, Baby, I Don't Care. The one to sing the blues, just those, three opening songs are great. Nightmare Dreamline. That's another one that I really like off of this one. And I like the Ramones cover, Ramones, Ramones. And I like that the Ramones also covered that song, which is great.
that's right.
Lemmy was buddies there with Joey Ramone, so it was cool to hear him do and it's cool. It sounds like a Ramone song, but it's Lemmy
It
singing.
really does.
I mean, so That's kind of cool. Um,
That album is released on Epic, isn't it? It's the like the it's a new label, new sound, kind of new. It's
yeah,
kind
I
of
think it was one. It almost sounded like too. Maybe they were almost trying to maybe go a little bit commercial, a little bit, and they kind of
Yeah,
tried to continue that with the next one with March or Die. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, and there was a long period between 1916 and rock and roll, where a few years, and I guess there was some type of legal trouble or something going on where that album couldn't be or wasn't took so long to get released. So, and I
They
believe that was
released
probably the
the one
largest
that
gap
sing the
between.
blues. The one that sing the blues EP was released in 1990, the year before, and it has
Yeah,
3 tracks from the sessions that wasn't on the album. I think those 3 tracks are awesome. I wish they would have put in those instead of a few other songs, but I will get back to that later.
yeah, yeah. But and I believe that's the longest gap probably between studio albums with Motorhead was Rock and Roll to 1916,
pretty
87,
much. Yeah, yeah. They
87 to
never really took forever between records.
no. So, all right. So there you go. My 23
23 to
to
11 from
11.
Christian.
And how long did that take? I forget.
20 something minutes.
20 something minutes. Okay. So if everyone's still watching,
Ah, they're all still watching. They all love long episodes.
cool.
So, Ovi.
That's what she said. The longer the better.
Ah,
So
23 to 11, Ovi. What do you got?
okay, well, since I have done a little mixing of my own, I will start at 22. And
There you
as Christian said, the will is yours is the bottom one. I mean, it's like a car without the gas. It's just I don't know, something is missing there. It's as for songs, I like Devil in My Head, Brotherhood of Man, but I think the coolest one is Waiting for a Snake.
That's a good one.
It's a rocker. It's kind of like and it's like because I'm a Brussels fan, I gotta say, but I mean Phil Capel has good leads, and it's one of those leads. As for my start with Motorhead, I think I saw Hellraiser 3 back in 95, 96 maybe, and Hellraiser song is on that soundtrack. Also, the song that's the first song, and the second song was Hell on Earth that plays over the credits. It's both the first songs that Mickey D ever recorded with Motorhead, or those 2 songs.
Nice.
Because with Much Die, it's not Mickey D, even though he's on the artwork or on the cover. But
Yeah.
um, as for number 21, it's going to be Motorizer. It's the same thing Christian said. It's it's good songs. It's just I feel it's too polished. It's like Motorhead without the speed. It's you got the good stuff, but it's not the delivery is okay. But I mean the mixing is I feel the mixing kind of takes the air out of the balloon. It could have been better, I think, if you just recorded them live in studio and had more power to it.
Right.
So it's kind of an unfair album because the material is good. It's just the production kind of. But that's not the first time Motorhead has been screwed in the mix.
True.
Uh, Number 20 is going to be Bad Magic. I thought this one was going to get higher, but I started from the first album and worked my way towards it. So at Bad Magic, I've listened to 21 albums. So I guess that may have a little factor, but I mean, the goodest songs are good. It's just here too. It's like it lacks the what do you call it, the Jack and Coke and the speed. It's the material is good because Lemmy is a genius, but it's that
Yeah.
final punch.
Yeah.
Songs I like The Devil, Evil Eye, and Choke on Your Screams. Number 19 is gonna be Aftershock. I thought this was gonna get higher as well, but I'm like it's like Kristen said, it's kind of in the same valley they got stuck in with Motorizer. It's like polished Motorhead. Knife, Queen of the Damned, and Silence When You Speak to Me. Here I'm gonna get a lot of hate. My number 18 is gonna be Iron Fist. Uh, I know it's a lot of like Sodom, like, and a lot of thrash metal bands like gateway to thrash metal because it's so fast and it's such a dirty album because for some reason Fast Eddie is producing it, so it's the guitar are loud, but the other instruments aren't that loud, so it doesn't have the full power as the previous albums. So I have I was saying like a band should never produce themselves. It doesn't work unless they all are getting their way, and that's rare. Songs I like is Loser America, Don't Read Religion. Number 17 is going to get Hammered. And Hammered is kind of an album that if you listen to Motorhead for quite some time and you have listened to the albums you like, it's kind of the album that I forgot this album. So you kind of pull it out and got like a different vibe. You get something else. It's a good break album and you're like on a break like from your favorites. It's a good fallback album, I think. With a Crooked Mile. I mean, it's such a good opener. There too, the artwork, I don't understand. It's I get frustrated, but because artwork, even though it has no function on the album, none so ever, it does something to your mind. When you watch on a album cover and it does something with your whole emotional state. It's like it's unjustifying the album in a way without your intent.
Right.
Because great album cover, it's so important. It's why you pick albums. It's why you, oh wow, I gotta check this album out. It's what sets the spark for your lust for the album to find out how it is and stuff. Um, as for songs, Voices from the War. I love Lemmy's War Stuff, and Shut Your Mouth is a good one.
Yeah. Good
It's
song.
like, yeah, I can hear Lemmy in my head just say, "Shut your mouth." It's just so him. My favorite song though is "No Remorse."
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck yeah.
Now I'm gonna piss James off to no end. Number 16 is gonna be Inferno. Um, it's like Kristen said about Will Is Yours and Aftershock. It's on the way up from Hammered. It's above the Hammered and I know I think Steve Vai plays little solos. There's a little other things going on, and it's kind of the anniversary for their. Is it become the what 75, 85, 95, the 40th anniversary kind of deal?
I think it's 35 years.
Or yeah, if you were counting from 1975, it would have been
30
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
yeah. Sorry, 30 years. And it's great. That's great because James has the recording like the anniversary DVD. I also got the live album. That's I can't recall the name of it now, but it's recorded a little later, and it's from the same tour year after. As for songs, Kingdom of the Worm, it's a good one. The Devil I Know. Uh, my favorite one is Sword of Glory. I seem to be liking when it's talking about the old stuff. I like the old, like when Lemmy reads a good book and makes a song kind of deal. It's just for me, it's the number 14 is gonna be 1916. 1916 is I love half the album, and the other half is kind of it's Motorhead and then something else. It's just so weird when you come from listening to On Parole and you come to 1916 and it's like it starts off good and then you're like in I don't know if you have eaten mushrooms, or you have like been in like LSD or mescaline haze or something, because it's something else. It's a difficult album, but ironically enough, I like the slower ones best. I like 1916. Make My Day is the little faster one, and Nightmare, the Dreamtime. It's just it's you can get lost in that song because Lemmy has that type of vocal that you could listen to it like forever in a way, because because of the register he's in and what it's about. Artwork I thought was interesting idea, but I feel it could have been more. Back cover is really cool though, with the artwork with them, just the skeleton of them all.
Yeah, I
It,
like that.
it's really cool. It's like so easy to see. Phil Animal Taylor is like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that's the first thing on Epic. I guess it was the problem with the record company they were for on rock and roll, and they have a lot of trouble on a tour with the sound and electric failure, and like stage stage rig wasn't working, and there was like it was pretty short sets. They were to Europe, and it was like 10 or 11 songs, and that's pretty short for Motorhead. And
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like a dry period for that type of music, because glam was in, and it was like the thrash metal was big, and it's like they kind of fell on the backdrop for a while there because they stayed true to their sound, which I
Right.
respect. Um, so next one is going to be rock and roll. Um, Rock and roll is like uh, it's an album that has gotten better over the years. The more I listen to it, the better it gets. Because the first time I listened to it, it sounded kind of boring. It was kind of like it's like if you heard one song, you heard them all, except uh, maybe the Wolf or the single. Um, but now over the years, it's like it's such, because it's recorded live, and it's like in a I think they had a little trouble to get the sound they wanted because of we're gonna get back to why later. But it's back to the dirty sound. It's back to the dirty rock and roll. And it wasn't what was popular at the time, but like now when you see it in retrospect, it's like it's such a respectable album because they stayed true to their sound, and they didn't give a fuck what everybody else thought. So it has kind of. I think the artwork too is really cool. It's really cool to see Warpig like in the blue white. It's
Yes.
it's a really cool artwork. And like Kristen said, the B sides, just because you got the power, and what's the other one? It's played live too, because those two songs, if they've been on the album,
Cradle to the Grave.
That's yeah.
yes,
Yeah, that's a really
if
good
you
one.
if you put in those two songs on the album, I don't get the logic here, because those two songs would have changed the album drastically, but at the same time, they don't fit in on the album because they're so much better than really the album. So it's kind of a toss and turn here. So I guess they knew what they were doing. Um, Number 12 or 13 for the rest of you people, it's going to be On Parole, Motorhead. And On Parole is really cool. He's got out of Hawkwind. He wrote the song Motorhead when they were in the US. He was awake at nighttime. I don't know why Lemmy was awake at nighttime, but he got a like a urge to write a song. So he went down with the guys with the band they were touring with, and with the acoustic guitar, and he wrote Motorhead, and then he brought some other down, and it came on the album like on the edge of time with Hawkwind. But then it's like On Parole, and the Watcher too is a Hawkwind song, and it's so cool that within the same year he is in Hawkwind and he starts Motorhead, and it's so different. I know it has some Hawkwind aspects to it, but it's like he's gotta restart his whole thing, and it's kind of late because he's born in 45. So as for the songs, Fools, Iron Horse, Born to Lose, it's gonna be forever. It's like it's such a definition of rock and roll. You're born to lose. You just make the best of it. The Watcher, like Christian said, is such a good song. All these tracks, I believe, except are Fools on Motorhead.
No, Fools isn't on Motorhead.
Okay, so Fools is the only one. That's or are the same one as Christian. Uh, well, number 11 for me is number 12. So that's going to be Snakebite Love. I remember when this album came out, it was put in the shelves in the record store back in those days, when they were like when the record stores right before internet broke in was 98-ish, 99 when it became a household thing. We except like we poor folk had computers too, just not just the rich ones or the families that had like teachers or anything that had got it to work or whatnot. But yeah, it's the last album. Like when the record store was like dusty, you had that warm dust smell, and like it just smells like home. A record store smells like home. It's just
Sure
I
does.
can't I
Mm.
can't. Well, I'm in the kindergarten compared to James, but I can't believe how many hours I've spent at the record store. It's insane. It's in that same room, and it's just yeah, it's good memories. Album wise, I remember the artwork was so cool. I'm like, because with Overnight Sensation, Lemmy without the beard, it made him look old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They
kind of did.
did. It made him look old and tired,
Yep.
pale, and like, yeah, yeah,
Made those
uh,
things on his face really stick out.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
true.
Songs I really like is Joy of Labor, Assassin,
Mm.
and Nightside with Nite. I believe then I'm up to my top 10, so I'm done.
All right.
Cool.
All right. So I guess it's my turn to go from 23 to 11.
Hmm.
So 23 for me is going to be the On Parole album. And then followed right next to it is going to be the self-titled. I never really liked either of these releases. And it's not that I feel the songs are shit. I feel like it's not quite Motorhead yet. It just feels
Right.
like a different entity. It doesn't feel like it's quite there. It's almost it needed to bake a little more in the oven before it became
But
Motorhead.
remember, it has an absent producer too, and it's probably £100 recording or whatnot. So it's
Oh yeah,
they were stuck in studio. They didn't get what they wanted, so it's kind of
right.
they got screwed over the mix again. So yeah.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, the production is not good at all, and I can forgive that. I don't mind when the production is shit as long as the songs are good. I feel like the songs just aren't quite there yet. It's Lemmy needed to get a little more pissed off about being booted out of Hawkwind and really be in a room collaborating with Fast Eddie and Filthy Animal. So 23 and 22 are going to be On Parole and self-titled. 21 for me is going to be Snakebite Love. Um, now is where we're getting into the albums that like I like, but they're just maybe by a hair they're separated. Um, I do like Snakebite Love quite a bit. I like Love for Sale a lot, and I really love the title track. Um, just one that I don't reach for quite as often as certain
Hmm.
other ones. It makes its way to the bottom of the pile pretty often, but still a good album. Number 20 is going to be Aftershock, and for the same reasons. I dig it, just not an album that I reach for quite as often. I like Lost Woman Blues and I like Death Machine. Those are
Hmm.
two good songs off it.
Yeah.
Number 19 for me is going to be Bastards.
Holy hell.
Yeah,
Yep.
this one, I really don't like the production very much. And I feel like the bass doesn't stand out quite as well as it could. And yeah, some of the songs really just don't really grab me by the balls. Do like Death or Glory a lot, and I do like Born to Raise Hell a lot, but I feel like the rest of the album sort of goes by and it really doesn't pull me in and it doesn't fucking slam me up against the wall like some of the other albums do.
Not even
It's
Burner?
also it's released
Burn
on
is
a hip hop
cool.
label. It's
Yeah.
really released on a hip hop label.
Yes. Yeah, I knew that it was
And
released on a hip hop
the
label, which is pretty funny.
producer is again get fucked because the album was supposed to be called Devils, but no,
Right.
that's not a good title because it reflects to whatever. So then they just called it Bastards, and
Fucking
that's because of
bastard.
the record label.
Yeah. I love the title of the album and I like the artwork. It's one that I don't reach for quite as often.
Wasn't
Um,
that was the original name Lemmy wanted to call Motorhead, if I remember. He wanted to call the band Bastard.
Bastards. Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
So
If neither one of you guys have ever read White Line Fever, I suggest you do. It's a fucking fantastic book. All of you watching too, read the Lemmy autobiography. It's fantastic.
I've tried the speed version.
Where am I at here? Number 18, The World Is Yours. I actually went going back to this one, made me like it a little more. It was one that I got it when it came out
Hmm.
and listened to it a few times and it worked its way to the bottom of the pile. But then going back to it for this exercise, kind of like it a little more than I did at first. Um, I really like Devils in My Head and I like the song Outlaw a lot. I think Outlaw is a fucking great tune.
Hmm. It's a good one.
Number 17 for me is going to be Bad Magic. Again, this is one that when it first came out, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So it worked its way to the bottom of the pile and then, wound up coming up over a couple of these other ones. I really like Shoot Out All Your Lights.
Hmm.
That's a fantastic song. And I really like Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah,
Fucking
great
good
video
one.
too.
Number 16 for me is going to be We Are Motorhead. I like Stay Out
good
of
one.
Jail. And I like One More Fucking Time. And
Oh,
this is
that's
another
a
one
bluesy.
I feel like this is kind of a middle of the road Motorhead album. There's good moments on it, but there's nothing that really kicks my ass hard. But it's a good middle of the road Motorhead album. Nothing this band has ever done offends my ears. There's never been a time where I'm like,
Oh,
oh, fuck, that stinks. It's just, I feel like they have very kind of sort of middle of the road albums. And for me personally, this is one of them.
it lacks a second guitar player.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like they kind of, as they went on, should have gotten a second guitarist.
Or just Fast Eddie or two guitars. That's the only
Yeah,
way it works.
true.
Mhm.
15 for me is going to be Iron Fist.
Hmm.
Again, like Ovi said, all the Sodom fans and everything, worship this record. Lemmy never really liked this album very much because he didn't like the production on it, and he also
I
felt
wonder why.
the songs were a little half baked. They weren't really completely ready. It was like they had to, all right, hurry up, get in the studio and make a record. And out came Iron Fist. And Lemmy always felt like this one just needed a little more time. It needed a little more concentration. And
So
I
they
could
have
see
just
that.
released. They have just released for many the live album of all times, No Sleep at Hammersmith. They
Yes.
were all speeded out. They were all tired from the tour. They were like really strung out in a way, not strung out, but strung out in a way, and they were forced in the studio. And it's like the demos actually is they recorded elsewhere. The demos actually sound better at times. I think
Hmm.
if you
Oh,
get
okay.
The demos for that one.
Yeah, I'll have to check the demos out. For me, the two go-to tracks on this are the title track, of course. Everybody likes Iron Fist, and I really like
mm,
the song "Go to Hell." I think that's a fucking good tune.
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
Number 14 for me is going to be Orgasmatron. Um, Again, another one that I really like about half of it, and then the other half of it sort of loses me a little, seems a little middle of the road. I like Deaf Forever. The bass in that is so good, so goddamn good, so loud and in your face. And I really like Dr. Rock. I think that that's a cool, fun song. And of course, the title track. Everybody digs the title track. 13 for me is going to be Hammered. I like Kill the World and I like Down the Line. Those are good tracks. And just like Christian, I appreciate the Triple H theme song on there as the bonus track is pretty dope. I just feel like again, this is another middle of the road Motorhead album that doesn't really fucking body slam me, but still a good album. Number 12 for me is going to be 1916.
mhm,
Um, I thought this one was going to be lower. I remember getting this one when it was brand new because I saw the No Voices in the Sky video on Beavis and Butthead.
mhm.
And I remember getting it and being disappointed with it because it's like, No Voices in the Sky is like really the only kind of thrashier one. Like I wanted them to be more like that song, and they sort of weren't. But going on through the years, getting older and then doing this exercise and listening to that album, I appreciate it a lot more than I did. I really love I'm So Bad, Baby, I Don't Care. That's a badass fucking song. That's a really badass Motorhead song. And No Voices in the Sky is kind of like one of the first Motorhead songs I ever heard. So I got to mention that one too.
Yeah.
Number 11 for me is going to be Kiss of Death. I like this album a lot. It hurt not to put it in my top 10. I love Devil I Know, and I love God Was Never on Your Side. That is such a good goddamn song.
Oh yeah.
And I really love the tune Christine because my girlfriend's name is Christine and it reminds me of her. And it also has that upbeat rock and roll vibe that reminds me of Christine 16 as well. And I just think it's a fucking kick ass rock and roll song. So there you have it, kids. There's my 23 to 11.
I
And
just gotta
now,
jump in because I believe I skipped Kiss of Death. My Kiss of Death is on number 15. Uh,
I think you
and
mentioned it.
I thought
I
you
did.
I think you did.
think so.
Um, I gotta see here because I like Kingdom of the Worm, yeah, Devil I Know, and Sword of Glory. Yes, I did. Sorry.
Yeah, you mentioned that one. Yeah, it's all good. There's so many goddamn albums here that it's
Yeah.
just easy
Yeah.
to get lost.
Yeah, but that's Kiss of Death though. It's such a good album because of it. It has a little more punch to it. It's like it
Hmm.
got the stuff from Inferno, and it's just a little more dirty. So,
Yes.
and I like the artwork too. So, it's really
Yeah.
the last really great album I feel is Kiss of Death.
I
Like
feel like
the
that too. It's like the last really killer Motorhead album. No doubt. All right, so that's my 23 to 11. Now let's circle back over to Christian. And the three of us will go one by one and give our top 10. So
So
let's
we'll
go
do
from 10 to 1.
10 to 1. So you want me to just do the 10 and then Ovi does 10?
Yeah, you do your 10, Obi does his, and I do mine, like we just did.
Okay. All right, we'll do it that way. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Different way to do it, but I'm good with
yeah.
that. Yeah, so now we're getting to the top 10. We're getting into the really good shit now. Not that the stuff before was bad, but this is as good as that was. We're getting better now.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, number 10 We Are Motorhead from 2000. I think this is a pretty damn good album. I think the couple of songs that James mentioned before, Stay Out of Jail, that's a great one. One More Fucking Time. Another really good one. Um, See Me Burning, the opening track, freaking sick. I like the cover too, God Save the Queen. And
Yes,
I like the title track, man. I mean, it's to me, it's a better Motorhead theme song than the song Motorhead from the debut.
agreed.
It's like they had their own song, but it's like, you know what, we'll just do one that's a little bit better. We Are Motorhead. But yeah, pretty strong album. Um, yeah, it's my number 10.
And you're number nine.
My number 9. Oh, you want me to go through the whole
Yeah,
list?
do your
Mhm, mhm.
I thought you said we were each going to do each one, and then, oh my God,
No, no, no.
we'll do 10 to 1. Okay.
yeah 10 to
I'm getting
1.
confused here. All right. Well, I'll keep going then. So number 9,
Who's the
um,
stoner, me or you?
what's that?
Who's the stoner, me or you?
I don't know. No. Yeah. Number 9, it's going to be Sacrifice from 1995. This is a killer album. I believe it's the last one they did as a four-piece. I think
Mhm.
Wurzel, if I'm not mistaken, Wurzel was kind of on his way out during the recording of this.
Yeah,
Um,
Mickey D blames his wife.
what's it? Mickey D blames his wife,
Wife, the Russel's wife, because he
Wurzel's
was a
wife.
bitch
Okay.
and kind of wore him down.
Ah, okay. I didn't know the whole story behind that, but either way, great album. I mean, I love the title track. I like the video in that song when Lemmy has the red eyes. I think that's kind of cool looking. Sex and Death is a great song, great, just fast song. Over Your Shoulder. I mean, pretty much every song in the album is really good. I really like Make 'Em Blind. I think that's a really cool song. Fade to Black is a good one. It's just start to finish. I believe this is one of the albums where Lemmy said, like, if you play it for your girlfriend, it'll make her take her clothes off or something like that. Something like that. I think he may have said it about a few of them, but I'm pretty sure he said it about this one,
Well,
especially.
it's their most brutal album, all in all, if we're gonna think about it, because it's such a high intensity and it's just
Mm,
Mickey D is on fire.
yeah,
yes, it is. Yeah, see, yeah. Oh, he was a great addition to the band when he came on as the drummer, for
absolutely.
sure. For sure. Um, yes, that's my number 9. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Bomber from 1979. Great album. Um, there isn't not too many really weak songs on here. The only ones that kind of weak is maybe the one that Fast Eddie sings. It's okay. Um, but yeah, I mean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, Stone Dead Forever, um, the title track, of course. I really like the song Poison, and I really like the song Sweet Revenge. It's just this slow plotting and just like, it's like whoever Lemmy is singing about, like he really wanted to like murder this bastard.
Oh
Maybe he
yeah,
didn't, but at least he said he made it sound like he did in the song. So, yeah, it's a great one. Number 7, I'm going to go with Another Perfect Day from 1983. I mean, like I said, this is where you get into like the cream of the crop here. And we're still only on number 7, so there's more to go. But yeah, this one, I love the opening track I like the opening where it just kind of sounds like they're kind of like lazy, like then all of a sudden the bass goes bum 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 bum. It's like they're goofing off and they're like, oh shit, we got to start playing.
yeah. They're
And
dicking around in the studio, and it's like, oh, there's a song to play.
yeah, yeah. And I like I actually think Brian Robertson, I think he fits in really, his style fits in really good with Motorhead. Like it doesn't, yeah, obviously coming from Thin Lizzy, it's a different thing, but it kind of adds a little sheen to it,
Irish.
but it's still like a
Yeah,
dirty, nasty, it's Lemmy's band. He's everything that everyone else is just kind of like I mean, yeah, they bring something to it, but it's still it's still Motorhead, but yeah, so many great songs on this. I mean, um, yeah, the one I just said, Back at the Funny Farm. I like the title track. One Track Mind is another really good one. Die You Bastard. Um, Dancing on Your Grave. I like that one. There's really not a weak moment on this album. Um, but yeah, it's just, it's a little bit different than what came before, but sometimes being a little bit different, it's not that much different. It's really good. Um, Number six. Now we're going from 1983. We're going to jump ahead. We're 20 years now to 2004. I'm going to go with Inferno for my number six. This album it's freaking awesome. Opening with Terminal Show, such a killer, and the guitar solo with Steve Vai just freaking rips, and it just, yeah, it was definitely killer. But there's so many good songs on this. The next one, Killers, the next track on there, In the Name of Tragedy. Um, what else? Um, I'm sorry, I made a little list here and I made the type too small. So either I got to get glasses or make the type bigger here. Um, I'm sorry. Yeah, Year of the Wolf, Keys to the Kingdom, Smiling Like a Killer. Another great one. And I like the song that closes out the album, Whorehouse Blues. The album is just got so many just like killer really fast, and then they just close out this little blues jam. So that's what I like about Motor. It's like they never they always they never deviated from their sound really too much. You could almost say they were like AC/DC, that every album kind of sounds the same, which I don't know they're quite as much as what AC/DC is. There's still some variations, but every now and again Lemmy takes a little bit of a left turn, and this is one of those left turns that, came out pretty good, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah.
Um, so now we're getting to my top five. My number five is one that ranked a little bit lower on some other lists, but I like this album a real lot. That's going to be Iron Fist. Um, I think the title track is killer. Um, I like the song "I'm the Doctor." I just think that's just kind of a fun, kind of funky song. "Go to Hell's" a good one. "Loser" I think is really good. Um, "Sex and Outrage," "Speed Freak," "Don't Need Religion," "Heart of Stone." I think I
Hmm.
named most of the
You
songs.
like this album, I hear.
Yeah, I mean it's just I don't know. I love a lot of. I know some people kind of rank slower, but for me, it's like, is it quite as good as what came before it? Maybe not, but in my opinion, still some really
Shit,
damn.
I have Iron Fist t-shirt. Why didn't I put it on?
Yeah. Um. So now it comes up to my number four, and for me, it's Bastards. I love this album. Um, On Your Feet or On Your Knees, I think the great over burner is just a. I mean, like the song say, it's a fucking burner. Um, Born to Raise Hell, I like that one, and like I mentioned earlier, that was in that movie Airheads, but that one had Ice-T and the dude from Ugly Kid Joe on vocals as well. But
Yes,
the album
Whitfield
version is
Crane.
just what's that?
Whitfield Crane.
Phil Crane, that was his name. Yep.
So that single came out in '94, and Ice-T is in Black Sabbath in '95 on Forbidden. It's kind of
Right.
ironic.
Yeah, right around. Yeah, that would have been around the same time. Yeah. Um, like yeah, I like this album. I like the song "Death or Glory," "I Am the Sword," "Liar," "Lost in the Ozone." Um, "I'm Your Man." I really do like this album. I think it's one of those that it was kind of, maybe at the time overlooked. I think it for whatever reason. But
It didn't get promotion because of the hip hop label, and it was released.
yeah.
It didn't get properly released before it was real released on SPV, or it's not Motorhead's fault, but yeah, it's a reason why it's kind of in the back there.
Yeah, and the funny thing, I remember when seeing this album advertised when it came out. I think it was either Rip magazine or Metal, one of those like heavy metal magazines. And like I had heard of Motorhead, and then I see, oh, the new album Bastards. I'm like, well, Bastard looks really cool, but I never, I don't know, at the time there's, you're getting into, I was getting into other things at the time, so I didn't, seek it out at that time. But you know,
Lemmy
it's nice.
on Headbangers Ball with like denim shorts that are like as short as the girls and kind of like a denim jacket and like yeah, it was kind of an interesting period.
I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember that.
Oh man. All right, so now we're getting to my number three. For me, my number three is going to be Overkill. Um, this is just a near perfect album. Um, I mean, the title track, just that iconic opening with the drums. Stay Clean. You know what I like about Stay Clean? I think it's one of the only times you ever hear Lemmy do a bass solo. And you know what? It's pretty damn cool. I kind
Yeah.
of wish like maybe he should have done that a couple more, some more throughout his career. And there was one other song I think that he did a bass solo, but I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head. Um, but anyway, killer song. Um, I Won't Pay Your Price, Capricorn, No Class, Damage Case, um, Limb from Limb. Terry at Metropolis. Metropolis I like too. Metropolis almost reminds me it could have sounded like it was on the first album. It kind of had, is a little bit slower, but it's
Yeah.
still
And
got
no
a pretty good
class,
sound.
no class sounds like CC Top's Touch.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Big time.
And Limb from Limb has Lemmy on rhythm guitar.
Really? I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that's my number three. Number two, I'm gonna have to go with Orgasmatron. Um, when I was initially going through this, I thought Overkill was gonna be my number two, but I I don't think there's a song I dislike off of Orgasmatron, and it is a pretty badass album cover with the war pig on the freight train going ahead. I do like that. But yeah, Deaf Forever, Killer Song, Nothing Up My Sleeve, Mean Machine, Dr. Rock, that's a cool one. I like Riding with the Driver. I like Built for Speed. I like him.
Riding with the Driver was the original title for that album.
Yes, yes, that's correct. That's correct. And then Built for Speed, there's a live concert, like 10-year anniversary from 1985,
Mhm.
um, which when they were recording, it was before this was released, but when they were recording it, and I think Built for Speed, they played the song at that show, but it had like the lyrics are slightly different, and I think that the song was called. Lemmy announced it as On the Run, I think, maybe, but it was a different song title, so it's out there in the YouTube universe
Mhm.
somewhere. So if anyone wants to look that, they could. But I think too, when this album came out, I think, he kind of had something to prove because this was the first one that it was basically a completely new lineup. It was Phil Campbell's first album that he was on. It was Wurzel's first album, and then Phil Taylor wasn't on this one, and I'm drawing a blank on the drummer's name.
The dude from Saxon, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, he played. Yeah, I should know him. We're in the
and
second
and
section.
no and no offense to Phil Alamo Taylor, but he is great at playing fast. But this drummer added something else to Motorhead. He is a much better drummer, like when it comes to skill, and
Yeah,
it shows.
yeah. So now this one leads me to the number one, and I'm sure everyone knows which one I'm going to say. That's going to be Ace of Spades. Um, I think most people will probably rank this as the best Motorhead album, and I think there's very good reason for that. I mean, it's just, the title track is their most iconic song. Ace of Spades, the first time I actually heard that song, I had heard other Motorhead songs before that, but by the time I heard that, I'm like, okay, now I know why everyone says Motorhead is fucking badass. Love Me Like a Reptile. I love that one too.
Mm.
That's
Just
a dirty song.
is it just a dirty net? Love Me Like a Reptile. Oh my goodness. Shoot You in the Back. Just another just
Just
yeah.
like in Western movies.
Yeah, West. It's like their album, and the album cover is cool too. Like it's the one that's not like an animation where it's just like the three of them sit in the desert. It's like, yeah, It's cool, man. They're like Clint Eastwood. It's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. But with Motorhead, it's more like the ugly, and the ugly. No offense to any of those guys. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Fast and Loose is a great We Are the Road Crew. Um Bite the Bullet, Chase is Better Than the Catch, and closing out with the Hammer. It's just like they saved like the fastest, heaviest song, like just to close out the album. But there's really not a dull moment on here. It's a near perfect album. I would say it is a perfect album. It's just everything you think of with Motorhead, just fast, dirty, nasty, disgusting rock and roll. And there's my 1 through 10.
Well,
Perfect.
goddamn, that was a great ranking.
What's that?
I said, goddamn, that was a great ranking.
Yeah. Like I said, it was tough to rank these because they're really like most of these are so close to each other. But
Yeah, yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. This was hard homework,
yeah,
but cool homework.
yeah.
So, Ovi,
Hmm.
what do you got for your top 10?
My number 10 is, I'm almost going to leave off where Kristen was. It's going to be Orgasmatron. And Orgasmatron, they recorded the album and they sent the tape to New York where it got mixed and it got ruined really bad because it's the guy that mixed it. He's good with adding sounds, like with Orgasmatron, adding cool vibes to the song. But as in mixing, he is. Lemmy and the band was not happy about the result because of it's so clean. It's so like it's kind of muffled. It's kind of like boxed in. I
Yeah,
think if
it almost
I
sounds
think
like a little what else? Like a little like overdriven maybe in some spots, but I don't know.
I think if we found because next year I hope they will release like and kind of I wish they would remix this album for its anniversary because uh, if this album could breathe, I think it would have made it a lot more popular. I think it would have reached far more audiences, and I think uh, yeah, because it's kind of contained. It doesn't have its full potential, and that's what happened when you have a producer that's good with adding stuff, but not like the whole thing. So it's the first time they got, or second time after Iron Fist, they got screwed over with the production. Um, I think Iron Fist maybe be a little their own fault too, but um,
Yeah.
as for um, as for the songs, is Riding with the Driver, which was supposed to be the title track, and Nothing Up My Sleeve. I just like the drum part on Nothing Up My Sleeve.
Nothing up my.
Um, and my favorite song is Built for Speed.
Mm,
But I hope really next year when they come with the 40th anniversary of it that they find the master tracks and they remix it. Like they will release this version that's been forever, but if they could remix it as they wanted, because Phil could probably tell them what sound supposed to have, so it's possible. In kind of honor for Lemmy that like release it like he
yeah.
envisioned it back then. Number 9 is gonna be We Are Motorhead. I think this album was a really good like change from Snakebite and Sacrifice and Overnight Sensation. It has more variations. It's kind of and the artwork again is so good. My
Yeah.
favorite songs is Don't Believe I'll no sorry One More Fucking Time and Stay Out of Jail, but my favorite one is a slow one. I think it's number 6. If it's Wake the Dead,
Mhm.
and Wake the Dead is such a it's like it's so kind of monstrous. It's just I just love the whole song. And it's like it's kind of a two-part album. You have a fast part and a slower part, so it's kind of like 1916, but in a different way.
Mm.
Number seven, no, eight is going to be Overnight Sensation. I think this album is really good. It's because they have like the remnants of the previous because they were really on a upturn live wise because live they were so great in this period and it's just like the album says it's Overnight Sensation. It's a pretty quick and fixed album. It didn't like take long time to record, so it has that rawness. I don't believe a word murder show, but I think Broken is my favorite one on this one.
That's a good one.
Number seven is going to be Sacrifice. Last one with my man Brussel. He played only rhythm guitar and leads on one song or two songs. It depends on the source. Um, but his heart wasn't there. I guess he was bothered by his wife and kind of like complained that he wasn't at home and he just picked up the guitar and played when he was supposed to play. When he stopped, he stopped. So he was there, but it was obvious that he was on his way out. But still, it's like the album in itself. It sounds like they are having fun in studio. It's just they're drinking and it's like just it's pure raw power. It doesn't have any finesse to it at all. Uh, Order, Fade to Black, Dogface Boy, and Out in the Sun are ones that stand out for me there. Um, Number six is gonna be well. This is gonna be a little different. It's gonna be Ace of Spades.
Nice.
Mm,
I like that cover.
yeah,
That's different. Oh, that's like a box set.
yeah. It's got the belt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's like it's really like a Western thing. It's so really cool. This one you need to get since it's your favorite album, and it's got like they got two live shows from the tour, and like you got the regular. Sorry, the oh, why did I plan this through? It got like a how do you call it? It's got dices and it got like chips and it got cards and it's kind of like it's a spades thing. So this is the regular one, the album in itself. Uh, then you got the live from Belfast in '81. Here you got like the cool like the original photo sessions
Oh, that's
that
awesome.
that wasn't used on the cover because the cover is kind of cheap because it's just I mean sand bank with just mounted like blue sky in the background. It's not really a really picture. So they had other plans, I think, for the artwork themselves, but then you have the record label that has other thoughts. And then you have Live from New Orleans in like in Monumental Valley. Here you got the boys. It's really cool.
Hand. Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you got the snake here in the background, and it's just like, yeah, it's they could have the album could have been different, and then you got the good, the bad, the good, the broken, the ugly. It's what is this? It's oh well, I should know this. It's yeah, it's the alternative. It's the alternative. It's a spades. You got like the alternative version, like longer version of really like reptile, alternative version of shoot in the back, and you got hump on your back, and you got like fast and loose alternate version. It's basically a lot of cool stuff. That's like the alternative. It's a spades.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a really
Yeah,
cool set.
yeah, and you got
Is this when did this box set come out, Movie?
2020 maybe.
Okay. Well,
Then
that
you
would
got
make sense. It'd be the
Dices
universe.
with like Live to Win, and you got like all the CDs in the middle here. It's like it's like
Oh,
a
cool.
table, like a gaming table.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, so it's and you got CDs in the middle. So this booklet, I recommend getting it because it's and you got like something here with like pictures and notes and all the kind of goodies, like all letter from the old west.
Nice.
So that's my. I was gonna get my bronze, gold vinyl and regular vinyl, but like I said, when you clean up at home and you put things away, you don't know where they get to. So I had to improvise. Number 5 for me is gonna be, where did I put you? Yes, I'm a little, what do you call it, proud because I have Bastards on original vinyl,
Nice.
Well,
and it's
cool.
a really shitty vinyl. It's so skinny. It got nothing in it. It's about as the cheapest as you can get it. It's on ZYX Music, and it's made in Germany. And it's, yeah, I'm really proud because it's not easy to get.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my favorite songs is "A Liar" because I guess that has to do with, I guess, producers or whatever that screw them over. You bring the shake. You bring the shake is really cool. It's like a really cool rock and roll song. But my favorite one is "Devils." It's just Russell starts the guitar, and it's just such a heavy good song. Bastards was number 5. Number 4 is gonna be, where are you? Yes, here you are. It's gonna be Overkill. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Overkill. And I wonder what happened from 78 to 79 because it's like it's such a different band. Well, it's recorded in September or December 78 to January in 79. So I wonder what happened because it's nothing like anything before. It's like they discovered speed or something.
Yeah.
Lots of inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspirational medicine, or and I got it on green vinyl, original green vinyl.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm. It came also in black, of course, but I had to have the green. That's the cool thing about Bronze. They are a shitty label, but they gave us a lot of cool stuff. So it's pretty good copy. Oh, it smells like a record store. Mm.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah. And my favorite songs is Metropolis. It's just, I don't know. It's one of the. I got March or Die, and then I had a long time I didn't really listen to Motorhead because I got into black metal and so forth, and then I got like I started from the beginning, and then I said Overkill was really the start. So Metropolis and Capricorn, which is Lemmy's birth sign, but my favorite one is Limb from Limb. It's just it's just such a good vibe to it, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a torture song, I guess.
Yeah.
Rip your limb from limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 3 is going to be March or Die because March or Die was my first Motorhead album. I have made a lot of good sweet time in the sack with this album. It's got a good memory.
Nice.
Uh, Jack the Ripper, Hellraiser, but March or Die is such a
Yeah.
heavy, menacing, and like it's such a atmosphere in that song. It's like Did you listen to Hell on Earth, James?
I haven't heard that song.
Okay, well, you gotta listen to it because
Yeah, I'll
it's
definitely check that out.
yeah. So that's my number three. My number two is gonna be Another Perfect Day. I love this album. I think it's fantastic. I love the artwork. I love it's just such a well-round kind of uh, you get to hear much more of their writing abilities instead of just high pace play the fastest we can kind of deal. It's much more to it, I feel. And Brian Robertson from Tin Lizzy and get some good Irish like really blood into it, and he's a really hothead with the rest of the guys. So it's kind of like a yeah, I think I wish they would have made a one more album. I wish Brian Robertson would have worn the right clothes online or live on stage.
Yeah.
Then he would stayed because the album did not good when it came out. It was
Yeah,
not well
bombed.
received at all.
Yeah, completely flopped.
Yeah, which is shocking because I mean I mean, yeah, I guess you lose like an original guy or whatever or beloved member of the band, and I guess that can happen, but
But you replaced him with a dude from Thin Lizzy.
yeah, yeah,
And
and
then let me
it
does
did
that thing
awesome.
with let me does that thing with Wendell Williams with Stand With Your Man, which was the reason I think Eddie left because
Yeah,
it's kind
yep,
of
was
like
Yeah, that's
things.
right.
so there was a lot of I don't know. It seemed like lost at the time, so it was good that they got back on track. My favorite songs is "Marching of the War," "One Track Mind," but "Dancing
Mm.
on Your Grave." It's such a good song. My number one though is going to be "Bomber." I love Bomber to death. I got Bomber here. Um, it's one of those. I kept it. It's original and it's got all the paper, so it's kind of like plastic in. It's like the original inlay and everything. So
Nice.
it's like I kept it in plastic, so it will stay this way. And like out of the cover, so then get the covering, and I got it here too. But I believe the reason why here is because yeah, I got it on blue original vinyl.
Nice.
And for some weird reason, I don't know, it's signed by Phil and Russell,
Oh,
which
that's
is,
weird, but cool.
yes, yes. My buddy who knows how much I love Russell, he is like, because he found this on eBay, it's like, it's not correct, but still, it's a Russell sign, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
plan it.
awesome.
That reminds me, I think it was like the Simpsons episode where the comic book dude is looking at it, it's a picture of Sean Connery signed by Roger Moore or something. It kind of
Yeah,
reminds me of
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But that's
And
still
of
cool though.
course, I got the leather jacket of Bomber
Overkill
and
and Bomber. Yeah,
Overkill
nice.
together.
Awesome.
It's like it's the first one that came out. It's so cool because it's like it's it's really like heavy, like good or like really well made. Of course, you got the Overkill album, um, and of course you got the Bomber, and we got Good and Loud live from somewhere in England, I guess. It's a double live album from '79 in March. We got like Overkill, Stay Clean, Keep Us on the Road, No Class, Iron Horse, Metropolis, The Watcher, Damage Case, Won't Pay the Price, Capricorn, Too Late, I'll Be Your Sister, I'm Your Witch Doctor. It's basically I think it's before they release the Overkill album because it got a lot of songs from the Motorhead album.
Yeah.
Then you got Live from France, which is later. It's in November. So you got Overkill, Stay Clean, Metropolis. You got All the Aces, Dead Man Tell No Tales, I'll Be Your Sister, Lawman, Too Late, Too Late, Poison, I Won't Pay the Price, Sharpshooter, Capricorn, Bomber, Limb from Limb, White Line Fever, and ends with Motorhead. I mean, this is probably my favorite live album by them because it's of course on the Bomber tour and it's got like basically a whole Bomber album on it.
Mm.
This one is like the singles. It got like Too Late, Too Late. You got like a Nightmare, which is from the No Class 7-inch, where you got three different ones, one with Lemmy, one with Fast Eddie, and one with Taylor on it. Done It Forever, alternate version, Sharpshooter. All this is really on the re-releases of these two albums, but it's kind of cool to have it on vinyl. You have alternate version of Step Down. You got Fun on the Farm, which is a Bomber outtake. You got Treat Me Nice, which is a Bomber outtake, and You Ain't Gonna Live Forever, which is a Bomber outtake. I think that will resurface later. You Ain't Gonna Live Forever. That's like Motorhead to the bone.
Oh yeah.
And you got like you got the 7-inch here of No Class, and you got basically the 7-inch with all the band members in it.
Hmm.
So
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
all the ones that are, and you got like the photo session for which they picked out the pictures, and it's really cool. And you got some pins here, and you got the road program for Bomber. Um, you got like flyers and like the how to play Motorhead.
Yeah, it's sheet
Uh,
music. That's pretty cool.
yeah, and you got like a newspaper thing with like a road, like how they were on the road, and like newspaper from clippings from when they're on the tour and stuff. So I
So
Nice.
definitely you
that's
should
cool.
get this.
Did they say where
It's
those
like
articles came from? Like what magazines or Melody Breaker?
Melody Breaker
Oh, okay.
because they're all from Melody Breaker. It's like a magazine back in the day in those time.
Okay. All right.
So it's like Motorhead vs the World kind of deal. So I definitely get these box sets because if you're a Motorhead fan, this is like the ultimate thing. I wish they would have done the same for Iron Fist and like so on. But I got the No Sleep for Hammersmith box set, which is the all four albums that became the No Sleep at Hammersmith, with all the four shows. Another Perfect Day got a live show. So and No Remorse came out with a silver cover, and it has like I think some alternative mix of the Kill by Death and Locomotive and Snaggletooth and Under the Knife. It has some bonus things there. So I really hope that Orgasmatron will be released and remixed the way the band really wanted it to come out because I feel it deserves to be heard as they intended. My favorite songs is Bomber and All the Aces Got No Faces. But my favorite
Mhm.
song is, which Kristen already mentioned, is Sweet Revenge. It's my favorite Motorhead song of all times.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I think it's about a guy that cheated with his girlfriend. I think that's
Hmm.
yeah, because he's a friend, but he like put his dick in his wife or in his girlfriend. So
Ah,
he, this is how he's gonna deal with it. And like, how do you like it, my dismembered friend? And it's basically just
Yeah.
uh, cutting up your friend to a slow death, piece by piece.
nice.
And it's
Sweet.
just the end of the song is like "Sweet Revenge," and he's totally like losing it at the end. So must perhaps there's something to it. I don't know. Not that he did the thing, but in his mind, that was what he was wanting to
Yeah.
do. So
Awesome.
that was my number 10 to 1.
Well, that was a great top 10, and I appreciate the show and tell. Those box
Yeah.
sets are fucking
Yeah,
badass.
those are cool. Those are cool.
Absolutely. So we're going to end this off with my top 10. So number 10 for me is going to be Motorizer. And I'm
Holy hell.
mostly going with this one because I met them when this came out and I played the shit out of it. And I think it's a good album. Run Around Man is awesome. Teach You to Sing the Blues is probably my favorite track off this. Rock Out is another one that I love off this one
Mhm.
too. Great catchy tune. And I like the last track on here, Thousand Names of God. Think it's
Yep.
a fucking cool song. So I'm gonna go with Motorizer is my top 10. I met them at Virgin Megastore in New York City when this came out, and they were all really cool. Lemmy was fucking loaded. Loaded. Number 9 for me is going to be Overnight Sensation.
Nice.
This is one that worked its way up the ladder with me over the years. Every time I go back to it, I like it more and more.
Mm.
Um, I Don't Believe a Word is a fantastic song on here. I really like Civil War. That's a vicious one.
Yep.
Title track is great. And I also really dig Murder Show. Just a good, solid, heavy Motorhead album. Fucking
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
fantastic. Number 8 for me is going to be Sacrifice. And this is another one that worked its way up the ladder for me in recent years. Just really goddamn heavy, man. Sex and Death is fantastic. I really love Dog Faced Boy on this one a
Mhm.
lot. I think that's a fantastic track.
The
Walk
reference,
on to
the
Hell.
reference to Phil Campbell.
What's that?
The reference to Phil Campbell.
Oh, Dog Faced Boy is a reference to Phil Campbell. that's, that's great. And yeah, this title track on here, this is you guys have already said it. This is a fucking brutal, heavy Motorhead
Mickey
album.
D had something to prove.
Absolutely. And on a small label, they're on CMC Records at this point. And, they're probably the heaviest band on the label at that point. It's just a fantastic Motorhead release.
Because Mickey D got asked to join in '84, but he wanted to stay true to King Diamond.
Ah, I did not know that.
Interesting.
Number 7 for me is going to be Rock and Roll.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is another one that over the years worked its way up the ladder for me.
Mhm.
Um, Eat the Rich, everybody knows. I think that's kind of a goofy song, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's made for a soundtrack. It's made for a movie.
Yes, you're right. And I don't remember the name of the movie.
I can't remember the name of the movie either,
But I know,
but
yeah.
yeah, I know that it was made for a soundtrack. I like the title track on here. Rock and Roll is fucking fantastic. What a way
Yeah.
to kick a record off, man. Stone Deaf in the USA.
Mhm.
I really like on here the little Monty Python blessing
Yeah.
between tracks
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for the wolf.
Yep.
It's the
That
guy
one
from Monty Python
always
himself.
that one always makes me laugh my balls off. And I that's another thing I love about Motorhead is they never really took themselves too incredibly seriously. Like it was always just about having fun and entertaining and having a couple laughs. It's another thing I've really always fucking loved about this band. So I love that they threw that in there before the Wolf, which is another one of my top favorite
Ooh,
songs off this album too. I fucking love the Wolf. And Boogeyman, great song, great way to end the album too. Good fucking
that's a good
shit.
one.
Number 6 for me is Obi's number 1. Bomber.
Mm.
Love it. Fucking love it. Great album.
Tickle no tingles.
Stone Dead Forever and Dead Men Tell No Tales are my 2 favorite tracks off this, and 2 of my top favorite Motorhead tracks of all time. I really love Stone Dead Forever. Fantastic song. I go back to that one a lot. I love the bass in it. Great one. That's my number 6.
What the dead man don't bite their nails. It's a
Yeah.
joke that Lemmy does live, I think.
Dead men don't get females.
That's too.
Number 5 for me is Inferno.
Mhm.
I
I
really,
reckon that would be pretty high for you.
I really feel like this is Motorhead's comeback. Just the song, there's something different with the songwriting on this. There's a lot of inspiration in it. It feels like they got full gas in the tank again, and they're just going at it, throwing everything against the wall. And I really love this one. Love the cover art. Love every track on this. Christian's already said Terminal Show Killers. Killers is so good. The riff in that is so nasty. All in the Name of Tragedy. Life's a Bitch. In the Year of the Wolf. Keys to the Kingdom is a great slower one. And yeah, Whorehouse Blues. You
I've
never
seen
saw
that one
that
live.
one coming. I remember first getting this album and getting to the last track, and I'm like, wait a minute. They're doing an acoustic blues song? Really? Motorhead? Okay, I'm with it. And there's harmonica in it too? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
with it. Totally fucking
I've,
awesome.
Well, that
I've
was
seen that song live.
What's that?
I've seen it live. I've seen Motorhead perform it live.
Yeah, they
yeah.
do it on that
So
DVD too, and it's great.
yeah, I think that was the first one where they got where they had Cameron Webb producing, and I think he worked with them all to the end. And I think that
Yeah,
probably bringing him in probably helped, you know.
a new fire under their ass.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely. Number 4 for me is March or Die. I love this one. And this is another one where when I first got it, I was like, yeah, it's okay. But over the years, since I was a teenager, this one worked its way up the ladder for me. I really love their version of Cat Scratch Fever. Not quite as much as I like the Pantera version, but I like the Motorhead version a lot. Um, Stand is a fantastic way to kick a record off. I love that track so much. Hellraiser, we all love. Although I like the Ozzy version a little more because it's got Zakk Wylde on lead guitar. So just gonna leave that there. You Better Run, I like a lot. Great blues number with Slash
yeah,
on lead guitar. And Slash is my fucking boy. That's my favorite guitarist of all time. So of course I'm gonna love that. And yeah, I think it was Christian that said I Ain't No Nice Guy could have and should have been as big as Mama I'm Coming Home. Don't know why it
yeah,
didn't, but it didn't. But it's a fantastic song and great duet with Lemmy and Ozzy. So rest in
yeah.
peace, both of those fucking guys. There's
Yeah.
my number 4.
Lemmy's favorite ballad is on Bastards, and it's like "Don't Let Daddy Kiss Me" about
Yeah.
incest and so forth. Because he had offered that song, I think around 1990, to Lita Ford and to other people, but they didn't want to record it, so he recorded him
Oh,
himself. And it's such a, I don't know, the song itself, it's such an important song. It should be more known because it's like it's so well written.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good tune. It's a
It's the
very good
worst
tune.
crime in the world. It's like it's well,
Yeah, no doubt. So I got my last 3. Number 3 is Ace of Spades.
hmm
Again, we're getting to the point where there's no boringness, no bad cuts. Everything is awesome. Love Me Like a Reptile. Fast and Loose, I love a lot on this one. We Are the Road Crew is probably my favorite track on this. But I also really like The Chase is Better Than the Catch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fantastic, catchy song, man. Just really goddamn good.
Or the
Um,
alternate title, The Face is Better Than the Snatch.
oh, I'd
Well,
love if they
I
called it
understand.
that.
I understand this album is a lot of people's favorites because I think it's where most people got into Motorhead because they
Yeah,
got known overseas and they got like, I guess the two first albums is big in England and stuff and close to Europe. But I think Ace of Spades was really the worldwide thing. But the reason I understand why do you put it down from the first one too is because it lacks a little roundness. It's just see how it's the album. It's fantastic, but it's like see the fastest album we can make, and it's the fastest song album probably to that date ever made. But it's like
right.
it lacks the finesse and the kind of the depth of Overkill and Bomber. I feel.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. I also feel it lacks the depth and the melody of my number two favorite, which is going to be Another Perfect Day.
Same as me.
Um, I just love the combination of Filthy Taylor and Lemmy and Brian Robertson on this is just so fucking good, so fucking underrated. What Brian Robertson brought to this band was lots of melody, lots of catchiness. Sure, it's a little cleaner. It's not quite as raw and grungy and dirty as the Motorhead before it, but I love this. And I wish there was a follow up and then a follow up to that and then a follow up to that one.
No disrespect to Fast Eddie, but Brian Robertson is the one hell of a better guitar player.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like Robbo is a better guitarist. He's a little more, like you say, well rounded and just kind of a better like writer too, and better solo player. Yeah, there's nothing bad on this, man. Back at the Funny Farm, Shine. I really love Tales of Glory off this one. Is a
Yeah.
fantastic one. And I love Rocket, even with the piano shit in the background. Rocket is a fantastic song.
Yeah.
Just a good get up off your ass and go do something too. This is a fantastic record, man. Fantastic. I don't know why this flopped. I guess at the time you had lots of thrash and stuff coming out. Motorhead might have
And
started been looking like his dinosaurs or whatever, but I think it's a fucking great Motorhead record.
I think the fans too, they were used to the three first or four first albums, and they suddenly uh, they come with with like a what you call this he has around his head.
It was like a
In
Yeah, the
headband on.
sweatband and the booty
yeah,
shorts and
The
all that
short
stuff.
shorts,
Yeah,
yeah. He,
and
yeah,
it's like it's slower songs, and with a Motorhead audience, I guess it doesn't quite give you the kick you want.
right. Yeah. The main thing, if you read Lemmy's book, the main thing is that Brian Robertson just looked like he did not belong on stage with the band, and Lemmy hated that. He liked, having kind of a uniform look where, everybody's wearing, jeans and leather and fucking ripped up shirts and all that shit. Brian Robertson kind of looked like he came out of a Richard Simmons video.
But he's kind of unstable guy too because he
Yeah,
was in Thin Lizzy, but he couldn't be on tour because he was bar fighting and got like glass to his hand, and he's like
yeah,
he's kind of unstable drunk, but he's like I guess maybe he was on a dry spell during this period, I guess, and I don't know.
yeah.
Touch with his feminine side. I don't know. He was maybe watched like physical with Olivia Newton-John or whatnot. I don't know.
Olivia Newton-John, yeah.
There you go.
My number one song on the chart list with the week I was born.
Nice.
Oh,
And
cool.
my number one for Motorhead is going to be Overkill.
Nice.
for me, this is where Motorhead really starts.
Hmm.
This is where the avalanche starts to happen.
Oh yeah.
Um, not a bad dull moment on this. Title track's great. Stay Clean's great. I Won't Pay Your Price. I'll Be Your Sister, I feel like, is an underrated track on here.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
No Class. We mentioned the ZZ Top thing. Totally fucking tush part two. Great fucking song. And Damage Case might be my top favorite Motorhead song of all time. Just might be my very number
It's
one
a
top favorite
classic.
Motorhead.
It's been a classic since it came. So
Absolutely. So that's my number one. That's my top 10. I'm not going to be listening to Motorhead for a while. This was fun. This was very fun, but I'm not going to be listening to Motorhead for a little while. I
so
need a break.
we are a trio like Motorhead, and we have all their top albums as well, our number one: Ace of Spades, Overkill, and Bummer. So it's
That's right.
it's it's full
Yeah, there you
circle in a
go.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Funny how that worked out.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna finish off with when I watched them live. I only seen them live once. So it's the set list was it started with Snaggletooth, which is for me it's awesome. And you go to Stay Clean, Be My Baby, Killers, Metropolis, Over the Top, One Night Stand, I Got Mine, In the Name of Tragedy, Sword of Glory, Rosaline, Bob Seger cover,
Wow.
sacrifice with drum solo. Just because you got the power doesn't mean you have the right. Going to Brazil, Killed by Death, Iron Fist, Horrors, Blues, and Ace of Spades. It's kind of a odd set list because it's like it's between um, Inferno and was it in 2007?
Yeah. And actually, I was I mentioned earlier when talking about the Motorizer album, so it was at the Roseland Ballroom is where I
What
saw
was your
them.
set
That
list?
was
What was
Oh, okay.
and that was according to Google AI, that show was September 9th, 2009. So
Okay.
there we go.
did
I think we got to
did
mention,
it?
and even though it's not a full studio album, I think No Remorse, the greatest hits. Um, I think that should get an honorable mention because there were newer songs that were written for that release, and Killed by Death is a awesome song, and
That is a great song.
Snaggletooth is another really good one. And then why am I drawing? I'm drawing a blank on the other couple now. Um, but they're also really good.
Yeah.
So according to this, your set list was Eddie Trunk, intro, Iron Fist, Stay Clean, Be My Baby, Rock Out, Metropolis, Over the Top, One Night Stand, I Got Mine, Thousand Names of God, Another Perfect Day, nice. In the Name of Tragedy, Just Cause You Got the Power, Going to Brazil, Killed by Death, Bomber, Horse Blues, Ace of Spades, and Overkill.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good
sounds
set
about.
list.
And you got Matt Sorum on drums.
Yeah, that's correct. I remember because Mickey D was he was filming like a reality show or something like that at the time, and he couldn't be there. But yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Huh,
kind of
that's pretty
unique.
cool.
Yeah, I remember now that you bring it up, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember because I remember we are talking. My buddy's like, oh yeah, Mickey, he's not going to be here because he's doing some show or something, and yeah,
That's fucking
sometimes it's
awesome.
like it's so long when you go to a show, it's like you forget some of this,
Yeah, of
some of the stuff.
course.
Well, Matt Sorum is excellent, though. He is a hard hitter.
Yes.
He is the perfect replacement for Mickey D.
Yes. I love Matt Sorum very much. Of course, being a huge GNR fan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would also like to mention that the Motorhead BBC sessions is probably my favorite BBC session album of all time. That's a great double disc if you get your hands on it.
Oh yeah, 2002, 2003 ish.
Yeah, that's
Is
that's a
that
great double live thing. It's all shit that they did when they were on BBC Radio. So,
okay?
like, I don't know if are you familiar with like the Led Zeppelin and the Jimi Hendrix BBC
I
sessions?
yeah, I've heard
There's
of
a
it.
Motorhead one,
Okay.
and it's a double CD. I believe it's out of print, but if you could find a decent cheap copy online, get it because this is really fucking killer.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
it's two CDs. The first CD has a session from 1978, and then the second session is from 1979, and then CD2 has a session from 81, and then a session from 86. So, you know, it goes through the first
Mhm.
basically 10 years of Motorhead's existence, and it's fucking good, man. It's great live stuff.
Cool. I'll have to see if I seek that one out.
Yeah, Motorhead BBC sessions.
Cool.
So, gentlemen, this has been fun.
Yeah.
I guess we'll figure out the next band we're going to break down. Hopefully, it's one with a little bit shorter of a discography.
Jimmy Hendrix.
But we will be back with another rank and file. How do you guys watching? How do you rank the Motorhead albums? Leave comments down below, like and subscribe, and tell us how you would rank all fucking 23 of the Motorhead albums.
If you've seen them live, give us the story from your live experiences. Just write about Motorhead, whatever your experience with them were, where you
If you
started
ever
at.
met him, if you ever
Yeah.
had a chance with
Absolutely,
Lemmy,
yeah.
let us know. Or any
Yeah,
other
leave
substances.
comments, like and subscribe, and keep watching the Rock Fantasy Files. Christian from Connecticut, Ovi from Norway, myself from Connecticut. I'm going to get the fuck out of here and go get loaded. Have a good night, kids.
Good night.